If you have access to an old wood pile like this, so we're going to turn these into something really cool.
Dungeons and coffee!
Greetings.
First, put your chunks or slivers of wood onto a base. Notice the pun below? Things tend to get a little kooky around here sometimes. Dress up your bases. Give them plenty of texture. Feel free to experiment. Let's turn now to Glisten Fridmunder and see what he has to say in this cinematic tutorial.
Alright, so we're going to use this piece as an example. Our first piece, I'm going to use some watered down white paint to get down in these holes. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to give us that glowing look when we're all done. We'll get to that later. But so to get down in those cracks, I'm going to use this white paint. I'm going to water it down a little bit with my spray bottle. I think that'll do it. I like this house. Stirred up good. Lots of stirring, lots of stirring. Want it to be kind of milky, kind of melted ice cream consistency. Maybe a little thinner than that. And then we're ready to apply this to our wood chip, which is actually going to be our toxic stone. Or radioactive, whatever. Alright, so I'm taking this milky stuff and I'm just going to dab it in these holes. I started with this piece because it had so many holes in it, a lot more than the others. So we're just going to dab some white in there. And we're watering this down a lot because we don't want to just dab it in the holes, but we want it to run down into the way back in there. That's why we're watering it down so much. So it'll sort of look like this when you're finished, and then we'll just put that to the side, let it dry, and go ahead and do some of these other pieces as well.
Thanks, Glisten. In this picture, you'll see what it looks like at this stage. Let it dry thoroughly. Here are the three colors used to build up the colors and give it the glow effect. Layer your three colors over top of the white. Now simply paint over the erased areas on your rock. It's time to put in those stone colors. We're starting to get the look we're going for here. This is virtually the same technique used in episode 37 to make lava. Now, all we have to do is touch up the colors here and there. A little highlighting, some dry and wet brushing, and we're on our way. It's worth mentioning that one could use purples or blues for an Underdark effect. And now we're ready for a post-apocalyptic toxic adventure in the world of Mutant Crawl Classics. Or any other post-apocalyptic adventure role-playing game that you happen to be playing.
Remember, keep your books off the table and keep reaching for the dice.